State ace Baldwin, a 20-point effort with 6 steals in the loss against Washington over the weekend.
Player, and Williams in particular has been spectacular this season. During those 6 ball games, 5 of those being wins, he's exceeded 20 points in each one of those games, making a first-team all-conference honors.
Charlotte's do it. Jason Phillips, Vern Harris, and Kevin Brill, the officials. Nice putback by Dillion. On the
job by Dillion of understanding angles. Long shot, long rebound, 85% of the time is going to skip to the opposite side, and rebounding has been a problem throughout the course of the year for out of the lineup. He didn't even make the trip with that ankle injury.
As we look at Dillion at the foul line for Penn State, and he goes 2 for 2.
A couple steals per ball game, and his offense has struggled at times, but his defense, especially the production in terms of steals, has been outstanding.
Tough finish for DeMarco Dunn. Nebraska's open 1 of 2 with 3 turnovers, and there's the 4th. 2-on-1. Kunin Niederhauser with the basket.
That's what
Another steal. 5 Nebraska turnovers. Lob inside, and the stuff. Conan Niederhauser, and the 800th career Western over the weekend, and the slow start tonight on the road here in State College, where they've been since Monday. A lot of hotel time, to say the least. 9 to shoot, pull up for 2. Dillion short tap is good. And now working outside. 5 to shoot for Dunn. Into a sea of red. DeMarco Dunn for Baldwin. 3 to beat the horn. And there's Hicks for the rebound and the stick back. Bryce Williams at 5 for 6 in the final 20 seconds to close it out against Northwestern the other day.
Players to be a first-team all-conference performer, especially if this team finishes the way they have.
Gary to the rim. Too much. The tap there by Conan Niederhauser. Here come the Nittany Lions. Baldwin low dribble and the finish and the foul. And he's been hobbled by a back injury throughout this season.
You cannot fault him, and he gets a ton of minutes, to your point.
A 12-point lead for Penn State. Williams, deep 3. That's good with a hand in his face.
Kern daring him to shoot because he has the ability to get to the rim and complete, and not a great foul shooter at 66%.
A VCU transfer came with Mike Rhodes, and now year number 2 here in Happy Valley. Well, Saturday.
A more than credible case to be a first-team all-conference performer in his own right. And
here's Carter. Trying to get it inside. Double team comes, and it went off the back of the Sejan. With 8 to shoot, and rising is Conan Niederhauser for the stuff. In that department, it's 8 to 1. Done as the rim was pulled. I think that would have counted anyway. Big point first half. Nebraska really slow start. Just like Northwestern, have to come back in this one. Down double digits. That's a start. A long 2 for Gary in the corner.
Downhill with his strong right hand.
Gary last 6 games averaging over 18 per contest. The spin of the banker.
Know what he can do defensively. He leads the conference in blocks per game at 2, but he's starting to show a little bit more confidence and versatility offensively. Pointing it out because with the transfer portal, I fully expect somebody maybe mid-game to transfer in at this point.
Williams re-enters, now fires. Very short. Tired legs so far for Nebraska. Hicks to the spot for 3. Knocks it down.
Showing you why he's around a 40% conversion rate from 3.
Jawan Gary can't answer. Tap is good, and Wooster fighting for the Huskers.
And his ability to get in the lane put the Nittany Lions in a scramble.
There's an end one. Ace Baldwin with a chance at 3.
That last game, it was good if you're Penn State to see him shoot the ball. You mentioned the 4 made threes. The bottom of the well last time out against Washington. You have to believe coming out of that timeout, Coach Mike Rhodes is saying, let's forget about the score, play the next segment, because he doesn't want anything to sink into his team. Look, they've had big leads at home before.
So you got Baldwin out there with Kern, Dillion, Hicks, and Dunn. Dunn trips. The runner is good.
They did not like that last pass. The live ball turnover, he tried to thread a pass that just wasn't there. And they've got a distinct size advantage with Niederhauser being guarded by Gary.
Chilion with the first step. Nice find, and Kern with an open finish.
Just dove straight to the rim.
Wooster hangs. Bank shot's good, right in the face of Dillion.
For the Cornhuskers so far.
And bonus for Penn State on the 7th foul for Nebraska. Nittany Lions are 10-3 in this building this year, 3-5 at home in the conference. On a step back, Zach Hicks with the three.
Nice.
Clean swipe. Let's see if Nebraska can get back in this game and chip away before halftime. Right now trailing by 20. They were down 20 early in the second at Northwestern on Saturday. Asijan with the three, and that's good.
Almost exclusively on that far side of the floor. They didn't force Penn State to defend everything.
Missed the alley-oop, but Williams with the foul. He thought it was clean instead. That's worth watching.
And this is just a strong roll. Yeah, if you're Coach Fred Hoiberg, you take a look at the consecutive games having to sit the last 3 minutes and change.
And they've had no answer, Sean. Nearly stole it off the pressure. Juwan Gary dribble handoff. Griffiths getting more minutes here with the foul trouble. And Asijan hits his second three out of the last. We have 2:32 left. Done for three. Nails it.
And how because Braxton Mia was rolling with a purpose, and Dunn got in his way and nearly forced a turnover.
Asijan, nylon, but nothing else. And a violation on Nebraska. Mia with his first foul for Nebraska. Fred Hoiberg's team, last gasp here on the road. They'll need another big comeback to win this one tonight.
And it's going to have to be taking care of the basketball has been a real issue for Nebraska so far.
Wooster gets the bounce. Final minute here in the first half. Lob backdoor, and Dillion cruising in for the finish.
Down, and it's imperative if you are Nebraska that you clean up on any miss.
Baseball to win, 5 on the shot clock. Attacks to the rim and scores. 4 seconds for Nebraska. It's Wooster from the logo and way off the mark. And what a first half for Penn State. 50 for the Nittany Lions. They lead.
Long time to get going as well because turnovers. They were just turning it over at a rapid pace. They averaged 12 turnovers per ball game, 11 in the first half for Nebraska.
And Moore can pass it. Hicks fakes, hangs in, scoops it in.
Utilizing the shot fake and playing under control.
Nice cut, but the rejection by Conan Niederhauser. And a steal. Hicks, the interception. Nice offload. Dillion with the bucket.
Excellent court awareness by Baldwin, kind of slowing his dribble to allow Dillion to fill this near lane.
And Morgan with a chance at 3 for Nebraska. A nice answer.
First minute and a half.
3-point play. Hoiberg delays, and Morgan to the rim for the bucket. Williams calling for the screen. Double team, here's Morgan. Inside to the left, and he finishes.
Morgan taking advantage of the fact, especially now, with the shot blocker Niederhauser on the bench. Stepping through, and again, understanding that the shot blocker Niederhauser is not on the floor.
Williams, tough finish for Nebraska.
If you're Coach Mike Rhodes and his staff, you want to make sure that in the last couple of home games is irrelevant.
Working on Dillion at the end of the bench as Gary makes both free throws. Ace Baldwin. Here's Kern, not a shooter. Dunn for 3. That's good.
Been able to take advantage.
Penn State shooting 66%. 8 to shoot. Dunn drives on Wooster and he scores.
He kind of lost it on the way up.
And there's Ace in the right place for 2. And Morgan now against Enza.
And Enza's got to be careful. He put 2 hands on it.
And Morgan makes him pay. Trying to reach in for the steal. Penn State, the big headline, trying to snap a 7-game slide. Nick Kern, no foul, and takes Essegian for a ride. And Williams a little hesitant really all night. Early foul trouble. Gives it up to Essegian, and he goes right to the rim to beat the shot clock. Defensive Player of the Year last year in the Big Ten. Touch pass, done. Nails the triple.
Of kind of faking and then able to recover in time to contest that shot by Essegian.
Baldwin flips it inside. Enza stripped, gets it back, and finishes. And Nebraska with it, 10 to shoot. Essegian with Baldwin on him for Williams on the fade, and that's good for Bryce Williams.
Smart. Very rare to see the Boilermakers lose 3 straight.
Oh, nice move by Mia to get free. I mean, Sean was a guy who played at Northwestern in the mid-'80s. This is an 18-team league right now. As Baldwin pops it up, and it goes down for Conan Niederhauser. Nebraska's number 12, I guess, for those who really remember when it was earth-shattering to add anybody. Williams on the turnaround. That's good from the foul line.
Nice job again by Williams of moving. And
Williams sizing up his man Hicks. Essegian. Oh, just a nice smooth stroke, isn't it?
Boy,
and the crucial, the just crushing defeats down the stretch. DeLeon takes matters into his own hands.
Penn State had a lot to do with that. They came out and set the tone early on and kind of answered the mini run by Nebraska here to start the second half as well.
Nittany Lions with 8 to shoot. Baldwin no looker. Hicks again for 3. And three gets the bounce, and Griffiths with the triple. For 3 years in Houston, 23 wins his final season, and then kept the winning going at VCU. They made 3 NCAA tournaments. Big Ten coming calling as Morgan rolls and finishes. You watch Conan Niederhauser. I mean, he's efficient. He can move. He's a good passer. Free throw shooter, too. Hicks, 1 step to his left. Hits the 3 to beat the shot clock.
Clear himself, and he did efficiently.
He has 16. Williams with the answer, but for his standard, it's been a quiet night.
Remember, he had those 3 fouls in the first half, which kind of hindered his ability to get going early.
80 to 60 Penn State with 5 and change left, and you can't leave this guy open because of that. Another Hicks 3. He's matched his season best with 5 threes. Essegian ducks and scores.
And Essegian with that shot fake, because he can beat you from deep as well. To show that versatility in this game is going to make him much more difficult to defend, not just the remainder.
And the big guy, 7 for 7 with 15. And he gets another next.
And to have this game kind of be an outlier for him on the defensive end of the floor.
Nice look, earn the stuff on Bryce Williams. He's got a great basketball IQ, son of a great player. Henry Williams in Charlotte as Essegian. It's a lot of Wendy's. His lack of an outside shot and the way Washington basically sagged off him the other day here at Bryce Jordan Center. Essegian. Baldwin the save. Once into the mayor, Mr. Hoiberg. The look and the stuff, an exclamation. Baldwin off the mark. But he's had a big night. Again, Morgan to the rim, finishes. And they own the glass for much of the game. A +5 total. Final second ticks off, and Penn State over Nebraska, 89-72. 7-game losing streak ends for Mike Rhodes and the Nittany Lions.